But you're saying that you think the immigration policies end up eradicating job opportunities for people in this country, which inevitably leads to sort of sustained unemployment. You maybe couple that with sustained COVID lockdowns, and that's what leads to this kind of social disruption.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, people who have a full-time job and are supporting their family and stuff don't burn their neighborhoods down. I mean, and I'm not saying that's all that happened there. I mean, you've had provocateurs and everything like that. But the fact is, we've got a terrible situation in this country, and even if I were to concede, which I won't, but there's an argument that could be that some of my business friends that go, it's like, but still, why should I hire people, that have no history of work, of paid work from the inner city here, when I have these very, very eager immigrants of whatever color. Many of them are black, of course. They're from the Caribbean or from Africa. And the answer is, for you, no, it doesn't make sense. But what about for the country? What are we going as a country if we just continue to paper over this problem? Use immigration to sort of paper over the issue that we can't persuade our own people to do our own work. I think we're going to fall apart that way.
Right.
And
that happens at the elite end too. I think it might have been you retweeting something from Eric Weinstein, or there was something about this idea that on the elite end, the companies that use like H-1B programs, they're like, we'd much rather just import a flood of PhDs from Asia than having to train up,
right,
particularly like black applicants. I think I feel like there was something like that got leaked, or someone said that in what they thought was a closed door meeting, and the veil quickly came off and it got reported. That seems to be essentially the mentality. Also at the higher end of the labor market, that they feel no obligation to train up local workers. They just want the most maximally efficient solution to their staffing problems.
Yeah, and so the other part of this is that in terms of the cost of the country, if you were able to hire a non-employed American of any race who's been out of the labor market a long time, that person's been sucking up societal resources and producing nothing. That person will start producing again and no longer be, well, of course, they're still going to have to make about $60,000 a year before they're not sucking up public resources. But nonetheless, but still, you're reducing it, okay? Now, if you instead you leave them as a non-employed, bring in somebody else, they will the production will be there. It may even be a little better. But you've now got to provide all the infrastructure for them. With the non-employed person, that person's already here. You already have to have education facilities and streets and utilities and all the things. But you bring in new people, there is extra cost to that. So from an economic standpoint, it's just much more conservative economically to put your own people to work.